What's up, guys? Grady here at Grady's Gear, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Tuya Knives Mass. Now, this knife was sent to me by Dave Warren with Tuya Knives USA. I got turned on to Tuya Knives by my brother, Kevin Lefty EDC, and he kind of hooked me up with Dave because Dave had this model that he was talking to Kevin about, and it's just not Kevin's speed. It's not really his style. And Kevin knew that I am actually a slip joint guy. I have not featured a slip joint on my channel here before. I will in the future. That's kind of like a little fact about me that not a lot of people know, but Kevin knew. And he told me, hey, he's got some type of slip joint or something like that. And I kind of referred him to you to check out that. So me and Dave got to talking, and I asked him what he had, and he said he had this. Now, this knife is really cool, but it's also really weird to me at the same time. I'm going to be completely honest, guys. I'm honest in my reviews. Dave did send this to me for review. I did not pay for this. I'm going to be completely honest. Shout out to Dave. Thank you so much, brother, for sending this out to me. But I am going to be honest. This knife is kind of weird. It is a slip joint style knife, but it's a double detent. And I'm going to be straight up honest, and I was honest with Dave when me and him were conversating about it. I am not the biggest fan of double detent knives. As a matter of fact, I hate double detent knives. I just don't like them. They're not my thing. I would much rather just have a slip joint than a double detent. And Dave showed me a video of this, of how it works, and I was intrigued. So it piqued my interest, and he told me, you know, if you like it, keep it. If you don't, use it for a giveaway, whatever, you know, it doesn't matter to us. So I really do appreciate that. So as I'm reviewing this knife today, I'm going to review it as a slip joint because that's how I view it. To me, this is not a double detent, and I'm going to explain why. All right, so when you open the blade, you got to break the detent here. Then it has a half stop. Then you got to break that detent. Then it's fully open, right? Okay, that to me immediately eliminates the fact of it being a double detent. Why? Because a double detent is just like in the name. You have a detent to hold it open. You have a detent to hold it closed. It's free flowing in between. That's the reason why most double detents have a flipper tab, a hole deployment, thumb stud, something to flick it open. And when it flies open, the detent holds it open. And when you flick it back closed, the detent holds it closed. Double detent. This is like a, if you were to call it a double detent, it's more of a triple detent because it has a half stop. Very strong half stop. So I'm going to judge this as a slip joint because I think it falls more in line with a slip joint than a double detent. As such, it's going to lose some points as being a slip joint, but it's also going to lose some on there just in general of things that I would change. So let's start off with what I like, and then I'm going to go with what I don't like about this knife. So first of all, I want to talk about the sheath because the sheath is a crowning example of perfection. This sheath is freaking awesome. I'm a slip joint guy. I've carried different pocket sheaths for slip joints, right? A lot of them come with really thick leather that's super hard and they have to break in. It takes a while to get them broken in. This is so soft and supple and easy to get in and out here. Very, very, it's like almost like a suede. Very, very nice pocket sheath that it comes with. The other great thing is it has a pocket clip to where you can clip it into your pocket. As you can see right here, to your knife. Freaking fantastic. Let me show you how it works. Obviously, you know how it works. You just put the knife in there. But look how easy. I mean, boom. Extremely easy. What I do is I kind of pinch it like that. Stick my hand right here. And then just pull it out. Very, very simple. Very easy. A+ on the pocket sheath. One of the best I've found out of the box. You know, I have some really nice pocket sheaths, but this one out of the box works just the way I want it to. So A+ on the freaking pocket sheath. Now, the other thing I really like about this, it's got a great half stop on here. I don't feel like this is going to close. I have to put a lot of pressure for that to close. And even then, there's resistance all the way down. I mean, watch. I am pushing hard with my index finger to get that down. It's not working. I have to use my thumb, come all the way over here, and then it closes. Very, very well done. Makes me feel more safe while using this thing because it is a non-locking knife on here. The other thing I love about this are these wood scales that they got on here. Look how gorgeous these are. I love modern traditionals, guys. Something about having, modernized materials with old school look. I think this knife aesthetically looks freaking fantastic. I love the scales. They're very smooth, but they're really well finished on here. The knife is a lot smaller than what I wear large size gloves, and this knife is a lot smaller. I have to choke up in order to get a good 4-finger grip on here. That's another thing that I love is this finger troll right here where you can put your hand. That also adds to more safety, so I'm not worried about that breaking. My finger is right there to catch it. Extremely comfortable. Everything's well rounded. Another positive, the fit and finish. Look at that. Very, very seamless. Amazing. I love that. When you're talking about traditionals, you're talking about transitioning from materials. I feel no transitioning between the wood and the liners. That's fantastic. All the way down to the butt of the knife. Fantastic. I love that, right? Other thing I love, the hand satin right here. I love that blade shape. Almost a full flat grind on this thing. Pretty much is. I love the blade shape. Very simple drop point leaf style kind of blade on here. Good for piercing. Good for slicing. Relatively thin blade stock on here. It's going to be a good slicer. This is going to make for an excellent secondary carry. How small it is going to fit into your fifth pocket of your jeans with no problem. Fit into your back pocket if you want to carry it with the pocket slip and then clip this to your back pocket. No big deal at all. If you don't want the pocket slip this into your little watch pocket, fifth pocket of your jeans. It'll work great. That's pretty much how I carry my slip joints as secondaries. They make great secondary choices. Now, I'm going to get into a few things that I do not like about this particular knife. First off, the screws. I love the fact that I have some Torx screws. If I can get my camera to focus. There we go. I like the fact that I get some Torx screws right here, guys. And on this side as well. But look at this. I hold it up. Look at that. Look how much is protruding out on both sides. Focus. So yeah, look how much is protruding out. I could rub my finger on that. When I start judging a slip joint, I look for things like this. This absolutely drives me insane. Some of them are sitting more flush than others, which I don't know if that's just maybe these aren't recessed into there. I would have loved to see recessed screws. You can still use Torx, but recessed screws in here, on here, especially on this type kind of classic looking type knife. Have some flush screws right here. Also, I just don't like the way you get this beautiful wood right here and all these smooth transitionings on the back spring, and then I feel the damn screws. I just don't like that. I think that could have been done better. The other thing, which is probably my biggest issue functionally with this knife, this hand satin is beautiful, okay, but it is very slick. The detent is very strong on this knife, so I have to pinch this to open it, to get to that half stop and then to break again. I wish that there was some type of fuller up here, some type of fuller or nail nick, something to grab the meat of my thumb right here to pinch grip it to open it. It's very slick to open this thing whenever I got to pinch grip it. So I don't really understand why it doesn't have that when you're making. Now, if this was a typical double detent with a flipper, that wouldn't bother me in the slightest because I'm using that method to open it. I don't need to pinch grip it, open it. But this missed opportunity right here, in my opinion. I did tell Dave that, and he said he told the maker about that, and he didn't understand why they didn't put some type of fuller or nail nick, something to gain traction. He didn't understand why he didn't put it on there either. So I'm not really sure what he was thinking with that. Maybe he just thought it killed the aesthetic or something. But with this design style, I don't see how it would. But it makes it's not impossible to open. It just makes it difficult to open. And it bugs me. The only other thing that really bugs me about this knife is that it is set up like a slip joint. It looks like a slip joint, but it's not a slip joint. It's with a detent. My honest opinion, I think they missed a great opportunity to put together one hell of a slip joint knife, but at the same time, it's the best double detent, if I can classify it as that. It's the best double detent I've felt without being a double detent. I don't think I've seen another knife company make a triple detent before. I could be wrong. I don't follow double detent knives, so I could be totally wrong, but I've never seen a double detent with a half stop. So, and it is very strong. So, I mean, watch. When it finally breaks, I mean, it's very strong. But I just think it would have been better as a slip joint. I just think it would have been overall better with back spring in there and have a really good walk and talk on there. I just think it would have been awesome. As a slip joint, I give it a good 6 out of 10. As a double detent, I give it a 10 out of 10 because it doesn't have all the things that I hate about a double detent. I did not mention the steel on this. This is actually running with M390. What was it called? M390 Micro Clean or something like that. I've never heard of like an M390 Micro. I had to go on their website and look, and I should have wrote that down. Sorry about that, guys. These things ain't scripted. But I don't know the difference between that and regular M390. I have no clue. I'm not a steel snob, but I'm just going to assume it's M390 or just a different variant, that they're pretty similar. So take that for what it's worth. But it is M390, but it said it was like M390 Micro Clean. So I'm not sure what the difference is. If any of you guys know the difference between that and regular M390, please tell me, because I've never heard of it before. I'm sure it's a thing, and I'm sure some steel guys out there will probably know, but I do not. Overall, in a whole, this knife is really, really good and tempting. I just think that certain things were missed on here that could have been improved, and that's with any knife, guys. This is just my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. The price on this guy is $167 on Tuya's website. So not a bad price for what you're getting here in M390, a slip joint style knife. Something that I've never seen on the market as far as a double detent with a half stop on here. So if you are slip joint guys, or if you just like modern traditionals, if you like something with a different locking mechanism, or just if you guys are into that kind of thing, I think you guys are going to enjoy this. The pocket slip with this is an absolute must. And it comes with it, guys, so you don't have to order it separate, but it makes for a hell of a package on here. I really do. It surprised me. It's kind of weird to me. I've never reviewed something like this. I'm sorry if I missed anything. And I'm reviewing a knife from a company that I'm not totally familiar with, but I really do appreciate them letting me take a look at this. I think it's awesome. I love it. I've been carrying it as a secondary, and I've been loving it for that. The only thing I wish is that they put a freaking fuller or some type of nail nick in here, and it would have made it close to perfect. And like I said, those recessed screws right there are such a bummer for me. Something as small as that could be fixed. So Tuya, if you're watching this in the future, if you come out with maybe a different variation of this, do some recessed screws on here, and this thing will be stellar. Throw a freaking nail nick on there, and this would have been a 10 out of 10 for me. But yeah, guys, this is the Tuya Knives Mass. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I was kind of fumbling with my words and stuff like that. It's been a long day, but I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.